Welcome to Mo Moments. I am Monique. I am so happy to be here with you today, and I just want to share what has been on my mind. So, first off, can I tell you it has been a week? This week was finishing up paper and grading. I'm still grading. It's there's a lot to do, but I wanted to take this time because what has been on my mind today is just really thinking about how we build muscles for things. And for me, this is especially important right now because I'm just really noticing how I've built certain muscles around certain things and made things essentially easier. Like, I don't know how many of you are into fitness or moving your body, but if you ever were into fitness and then you took a break for an extended amount of time, you know how it is when you return and your body's like, what are we doing now? And it takes time to reacclimate, readjust. And it's the same thing when you're doing something new. And I don't know if you're anything like me. I'm one of those people. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I hate to admit it, but I can see it in parts of my life, especially when I'm trying something new, doing something new, and I expect to be just amazing at it. I expect to kill it. And when I'm not killing it, I am upset because I expect to be amazing at everything that I do. But it's just not realistic, especially if there hasn't been a proficiency built up. And so what I'm noticing is one of the things that I started doing was challenging myself to surrender to the not knowing something, surrender to being new to something yet enthusiastic. So what I mean is not having this expectation of being great and being amazing. Like, really the expectation is, I'm not going to be great at this. I don't even know how to do this thing. How am I supposed to do this thing that I've never done and execute it? Like, it's just not a fair expectation for me to have of myself or anyone else to have of anyone else. So I started thinking, okay, well, what if I were like a child and exploring this thing for the first time? Like, how would I be if I'm meeting the moment with curiosity, if I'm meeting the moment with excitement, I'm meeting the moment from a very exploratory way. And what I've been embracing it, and sometimes it still is challenging because I have to, like, stop the noise, stop the chatter that's like, why aren't you killing this thing? Have to stop it and really step into that exploration. And when I'm looking at it, just thinking about my schoolwork specifically, I'm noticing that celebrating the wins. I'm celebrating that I move differently and with more proficiency in my schoolwork than I did this time last year. Like, let me tell you a little story. So this time last year, there was just a lot going on, not professionally, personally. And I was in completing the first year of my PhD program. And in that, like, the personal and I had 2 classes and it's summertime, all of those things happening together. It was just very difficult. I lost a paper while I was working on it. I was in tears. It was a lot. And it was probably very dramatic too, if I'm completely transparent. And in all of that, it felt awful. I took it incomplete. But fortunately, I was able to get my paper in before the next court, like within like a week of the original due date. So I was able to kind of move things quicker and get the grade quicker. And so it wasn't as awful, but I think it was the expectation and all the pressure that I had been putting on myself that compiled by like things going on. And so just when I'm reflecting and comparing last year to this year, like this summer quarter, I actually was doing a lot more, but I think like my bandwidth, and not only my bandwidth, like the way I've been doing a lot of deep self-care and choosing self-care over everything. So my bandwidth for the task was more expansive, but also I just, the experience of it was just very like things moving as clockwork. There were moments of overwhelm a little bit, but not to the same extent. So I'm noticing the growth, and I want to celebrate the wins. And that's a great win. So I'm celebrating a win, and I ask you, have you taken a moment of reflection, like thinking about this year to in comparison to last year? Like, where is there an area in your life where you can celebrate the win? And maybe it can be you completed a relationship that may have needed to be completed. Maybe you opened yourself up to a relationship. Maybe you completed some type of task or got a promotion, or I mean, it could really be anything. It could be something and it's not even small. I don't think anything's really insignificant. Like for me, a win that I can't be excited about it yet, but one of the things I'm challenging myself to do in the act of self-care is to get my body on a not non-negotiable, but like a pretty standard sleep schedule, so that my nervous system knows what to expect in terms of like, okay, this is when we power down, we relax, we regenerate, we renew. So that would be a win. 7 hours every single night, no matter what, would be a win for me to celebrate. I'm not there yet, but I'm working toward it. And so yeah, so I think the whole thing that I'm thinking about is just, how are we looking at what's a measure of success? And I've been looking at it completely differently, and I've just really trained myself too, because sometimes I know I'm doing a lot of different things, but like for me, the measure of success is like, one thing I'm working towards, like, did I choose one or two things, like beyond like, what I want to do, like work wise, but like do for life? Like, did I absolutely do something that made me feel amazing today? Did I connect with someone that I love today to ensure that they know how I feel? Did I love to read, so reading would be in that. Absolutely love. So did I read like a chapter of a book? Did I treat my body well and nourish my body and give my body water? Like, these are all measurements for me, and I'm just curious, like, what are your measurements? Because for some people it may be like a financial measurement. For me, I think also a measurement is like, and this is, I'm hoping to get a win here, is how do I maximize the time doing things that align with and like work, but like it's what I want to do, but like how do I maximize like those times, and then like stretch out the time like with like my family? Am I intentionally spending time with the family I've created and the family of origin. Like how much time, like I'll share this and then I'll go, because I can go and go. This is like my jam. So this is what I'll share. One of the things I'm looking at in my life is how much time a week do I dedicate to different things. And so I believe, you can correct my math if you want. I'm not 100% sure, but it's, let's just say it's 168 hours a week that we all have. So when you subtract, let's say 7 or 8 hours for sleeping, it's still a significant amount of time. So let's say, what is it? Okay, so now I'm like, okay, hold on. What is that? Wait, hold on. Okay, so you put me on the spot right now. Okay. So 8 times 7 is 56, right? So you subtract the 56. Still have about over 100 hours a week. And even if you subtract work, that's another, so that's 56. So you still have like over a third of that original number. I know we're getting carried along, but so what is it like when you take out sleep, you take out work or whatever that thing is? What are we spending our time doing? Like, how are we investing in ourselves or the people we love? Or like, it all ties back into like, what is your personal value system as well? So I'll just leave it there. I'd love to have more conversation with you about it. Like, subscribe, be in the comments. I will be here continuing to share. You know where to find me. And have a great one. Be blessed.